It's a great opportunity we're going to have today to hear from these people. So, Mariah, let me welcome the secretary to come and give us the minutes of the previous meeting. Thank you very much. That was the minute of our previous face-to-face meeting. And okay, right now, before we move on, we have someone very special with us. He's online right now and he's also very happy to meet us. And we are really super excited to have the opportunity to also meet him. So he's going to be talking to us briefly before our main speaker come up. It's a big opportunity. So we're going to be having Dele Momodu. He's a Nigerian journalist, a publisher, businessman, and a motivational speaker. He's the CEO and publisher of Motivation International, a magazine that has given publicity to people from all over the world, mainly in Africa. So we're going to give him opportunity to speak with us, and we're going to have the privilege to hear from him and at least get from his word of experience. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I was invited to join this forum by my very dear friend, my brother. I call him Henry the Great, Mr. Henry Ukazu, a man I've known for many years. We speak regularly, and I am so touched by his interest for issues affecting our country, Nigeria. I know he's one man who will go places. He's already going places. He's doing well for himself and for his family and also for our nation. So when he invited me, of course, I told him today is a very full day for me. But as always, he was able to persuade me to come. So I come more as a listener than as a talker. But what I would like to say is that we should continue to engage in conversations, whether with the older generation or the younger generation. Of us should come together, because that's the only way we can make our country greater. Our country is well endowed with so much, but unfortunately, due to lack of serious leadership, competent leadership, forward-looking leadership, we've wasted a lot of opportunities. But then instead of sitting down at home and lamenting like Jeremiah, it's important for all of us to wake up and decide what we want to do, the direction we want our country to go. I see a lot of young people waste so much time on social media, attacking, abusing, insulting. That is not going to solve our problems. What will solve our problems is when we open our eyes to reality and we make the necessary sacrifice, without which we're going nowhere. If abuses could kill, all our leaders would have died long ago. So sitting down and insulting people is not enough. We should ask ourselves, what is it that we want to happen in our country? For example, you can't change leadership for now without elections. In the past, you could do that with the military, but that's no longer fashionable. So how do we deal with elections? Some people are saying they don't want elections again in Nigeria. I don't see how you're going to achieve that without a fight or a war. So if the realistic thing to do is election, then it means that all of us must go and get our voters card ready. And we must decide who and who we want to be our leaders. Let me warn quickly, before I go, that the mistakes we've made in the past is to think that we're going to have saints in power. Nations are not governed by saints. Nations are governed by performance. So we need to find people who have distinguished themselves. And we have so many of them all over the world. We have great Nigerians everywhere. There's no part of Nigeria that does not have great people who are doing great things everywhere. So we need to identify such people. And when we identify them, let us encourage them. Let us support them. In America, young people will come around, donate $10, $5 for their preferred candidates. And that's how people win elections. So you become a stakeholder. But if you expect a man to go and raise billions of naira to come and contest the election, of course, when he gets there, he will have to recoup the money for himself or for his sponsors. That has been part of our problem. So I will now allow you to go ahead with your deliberations. I'll be here in one corner listening to you and enjoying the conversations. And I want to tell you that well done. I salute your effort. And I thank all those who can make the time on a Sunday, the time when all of us should be resting. We're still talking about different issues, different topics. So I'm looking forward to the speech by my friend, Mr. Henry Ukazu. Thank you for inviting me. Have a blessed day.
Yes. That's very important. Now, the training we had with Mr. Charles, he said something like, if you want to lead, as a leader, you have to learn to not allow your past or situation that has happened affect you. Because you know why? They're not happening now. Right now, you have to decide to make a change. Because if you keep on blaming your parents, your parents didn't do this, they did what they could do. But right now, what are you going to do for your children? So that's what he was saying, that what has happened. Whether you're responsible for getting about it. Right now, what are you doing about it? So that's what really matters. Now, when we look at the you've already said amazing things, and they're really true. Because I remember the reason why this theme struck me very well was the fact that during the EndSARs thing, I don't know if remember that experience. Right now, we don't know how we feel about it. People say it was successful, or not those things. So we're having mixed feelings about the whole thing. Because you know the way everybody was so excited about it, and yes, we just spend the change before tomorrow, like now we just change everything, like now we just change. And this one won't felt that way. So I think the move where they had in fact the 24 hours, the country will change. We are looking forward to that kind of change. Well, I'm the most very disappointed. We're like, waiting. Yes, you know why? Because I remember that night. There's one night that somebody spoke. I don't know. I have some series of friends that people talk about traveling. They don't like say, no, let's stay in Nigeria. Let's visit. Just after that night, because I don't know. Wait, why don't you decide? Let us go. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I thought you never like to travel. He said, but now I want to go. You understand? So people were really wanting to leave because of this thing. So youth have been broken. When they broken, you meaning to change. We're talking about this thing has happened to you psychologically, emotionally, the environment is not favorable. You know we struggle more. If you go to another place to do a business at the start of, it may be more favorable for you, right? But yeah, you put 100%, there are 10 times effort for you to get something. So our youth are not encouraged. Business wise, it's more difficult. Even going to school is difficult. Everything is like you are in this kind of difficult situation and you still need to try. So what you're saying is that even in this difficult situation, you still have to change things. Because a leader is one who sees a problem and choose to do something about it, right? So that's what we are saying, that we are saying that even when you feel that everything is difficult, situation is hard, things are not going well, you can still do something. How is it possible? That's what I'm saying, you're telling us today, because me too, I don't know. Because I don't know how you can get very discouraged and you see, and someone is telling you that still do something, like, even me, I'm shattered. I'm looking for who will repair me. And I said I should go and repair people. How can a shattered person repair people? So that's the question. And we're going to hear our speaker, Dr. Ross, and that. So briefly, I'm going to read the profile of the guest for today. Okay. Erin Kazu is an international lawyer, mindset coach, social entrepreneur, published author, creative and prolific writer, public speaker, and humanitarian. He is the author of the widely acclaimed inspirational and motivational book, Design Your Destiny, Actualizing Your Birthright to Success. Mr. Okazu is an LLM taxation graduate of the New York Law School and with over 10 years of experience in leadership development and youth empowerment. He's currently the legal coordinator for the New York City Department of Correction. He is also the founder and president of Global Empowerment Mentoring Initiative, Incorporated, that's glowing.com, and Castle Leadership and Mentoring Program, which it recently employs both platforms to host a weekly webinar on empowerment and leadership training, Design Your Destiny series. Mr. Okazu is an influential advocate for millennials as powerful instruments of community and global transformation. Apart from being profiled by New 12 and New York Times, he is also a favorite guest on various media outlets. He has enjoyed the rare privilege of a 2013 joint profile on leadership alongside former South African President Nelson Mandela on the topic, the making of a leader. So, and also, these are amazing speaker we're going to be having today. He said, if I all the way from Lagos, he sent us a book. Please, let me give me a copy of the book, please. Give me a copy of the book. So this one of his book, and even this one, like he said he loves even have the opportunity to reach out to you. And he was very excited to come talk to us. I'm serious. He was really very happy. He spoke a lot about us and he was looking forward to meeting with us. So this is the book, Design Your Destiny. He wrote this book and he sent some copies to us for free. Please let's celebrate him. All the way from the US. I don't know how many people will take this all right now. We are really concerned about you to pass. So let's embrace the council as it takes from here, takes back from here to get us through the topic. And please keep your question. He's ready to answer everything. You won't go to take one answers.
Oh, okay. All right. So good afternoon, my very good friends. Good afternoon. This is Mr. Henry Castle live from New York City. I want to make sure everyone is hearing me. Okay. I guess I believe everything is well. So I'm gonna begin. I'm highly humbled and honored to be here this afternoon to be the guest speaker. Thank you, Mr. Shofu, and all the facilitators for hosting this event. I'm truly humbled and honored. For me, I strongly believe in Nigeria. As you guys know, I'm an advocate of youth empowerment. I strongly believe that there's light at the end of the road, regardless of all the challenges we're having in Nigeria. So I think it's an honor and a privilege for me to be the guest speaker today. Before I literally begin, I want to share my screen, but I can see that the share screen is not coming up, but I can just deliver my speech with you guys. The topic is broken youth leading a change. Now, I will ask myself this question: can a broken youth lead a change? Can a broken youth lead a change? Let's look at the word broken. What does broken literally means? Broken means that there's a defect somewhere, or if I use the word lacuna, if I should bring in my legal experience or legal knowledge, means that there's a gap. Now, if there's a gap or a lacuna, can it be filled? Definitely, it can be filled. And if someone is broken, can that person be healed? Definitely, the person can be healed. But the question now becomes, how can a broken youth be healed? That is a question. How can a broken youth be healed? Let's look at Nigeria, for instance. Right now in Nigeria, the country looks bleak and insecure. There's no security in the country. We have failed leadership. In fact, the system is literally broken. The youth literally have no hope. You all are aware of what happened during the EndSARs program. And as Mr. Sheffield rightly did, he sent me one of my articles on the EndSARs program. The EndSARs, if I use the word revolution. Okay, so that is one of the ways that we can use to ask ourselves: can broken youth be healed? Definitely, like I said, broken youth can be healed. But before we can do that, we need to ask ourselves some salient and pertinent questions, and that is what this lecture, or I call it a conversation, will be. Just so you guys know, I am not here to inspire, to aspire, to persevere. No, I am here to interact with you guys. That is why I'm not properly suited with my tie and my suit. I want to have a conversation. I want our session today to be interesting and engaging. So feel free to ask me any question. Just be free. Don't think because I'm in US, oh, I'm a Nigerian, oh, I don't know what is happening. Trust me, I'm on ground. And by the time we go deep into this conversation, you guys will know that I'm on ground with it. So I want to give an overview of what my presentation is all about. First of all, I want to let you guys know that there is more to life. Okay? There is literally more to life. You are not broken if you understand and know yourself. The second part of my presentation is about self-discovery. Before you can fix any problem, you must know yourself. And how do you know yourself? Knowing yourself entails knowing the defects or challenges you're having, knowing the cause of a problem, and then being able to profile the solution. Now we're talking about broken youths. Can they be healed? Yes. Before it can be healed, you must know the root cause of the problem. You cannot solve any problem without knowing what is the issue. Let me share a story with you guys about Henry Ford. I don't know if you guys know Henry Ford. Henry Ford is the one that owns the Ford Motors. One day, a young man was driving his car, and the car now had a problem, right? And then this young man tried to fix the car, but he couldn't fix it. So he tried and tried, but he couldn't fix it. So Henry Ford was just passing by, and he saw this young man suffering, trying to start the car, but the car refused to start. So he now asked the young man, "What's the problem?" The young man looked at him and was like, "Hello, hello, who are you, and what do you want?" So the young man was like literally confused. He was like, "How can you literally help me to solve the problem?" But the old man was asking him again, "What is the problem? I can help you fix it." But the young man refused to answer. He went to his car and started to start the car, but the car couldn't start. Down the line, he couldn't start the car. Do you know what he did? He says, "Okay, I have tried everything else. Let me give this young man a chance and ask him if he can help me." He now told the young man that this is the problem. He now told the young man to go into the car and hit the ignition. The young man did that, but the car did not start. So he now figured out what was the problem by looking at the car. You know what? He now told the young man, just turn the crank, hold the brake. Just gave him an insight of what he would do. The young man now did it exactly. The car began to work because he was able to adjust something in the carburetor. The young man asked him, "Who are you?" He now said, "Don't worry, I am Henry Ford. I am the one that invented this car." This man was literally astonished. Now, what is the irony of that story? Now, because Henry Ford knew the cause of the problem, that was why he was able to profile the solution. But that young man did not know. So I want to ask you guys today, before you can solve any problem, you must know the cause of that problem. And that is why this topic is I'm so passionate about this topic. A broken youth can be healed. But before you are healed, you must know the right things to do. That's why I said to solve a problem, you need to know yourself. Self-discovery is one of the biggest challenges we have in this world today. Like I always say, until you have figured out your life purpose and the goal you're aiming for, you are merely existing as supposed to be living. So as youth of Nigeria and the youth of the future, you have to know yourself. Before you can solve Nigeria's problem or even your problem, you have to know yourself. So I want you guys, as you go back today, you have to ask yourself, who am I? Not what people say who you are, but you have to ask yourself, who am I? It is very, very important to ask yourself that question, because once you understand who you are, you will be able to make the right choice. You will not be following the bandwagon. Right now in Nigeria, we can see that we have failed leadership. Our governors, most of our leaders are not doing what they're supposed to do. If they are doing what they're supposed to do, many of us will not be in the US, in Canada, in Germany, in diaspora. We will all come back and contribute to nation building. But we will not allow them to define our future. We have to define ourselves. You have to tell yourself, this is who I am, and this is what I can do. So once you understand who you are, you'll be able to make the right choice, because choice is very important. And let me say this, as young guys, most of you have gone into primary schools, secondary schools, universities. Some of you have been working. During the course of your life, you might have made mistakes, even in your course of study, even in your academics, in your business, in your friendship. You must have made one mistake or the other. But the question I want to ask you is, how has your mistake defined you? Let me tell you guys, right? Everybody must surely make a choice in this life. Before you guys came here today, You had 1,001 places to go, but you chose that I want to learn, I want to enrich myself, I want to add value to my life. That is why you guys are here today. So if you have decided that, you know what, I don't like this program, it's not for me, you will not be here. But I want to tell you, it does not matter the kind of mistake you've made, because once you make the right choice, you will literally succeed. But once you make the wrong choice, you will fail. But however, once you fail, that does not make you a failure, because you can turn your failures into your friend. So choice plays a very big role in our life. Once you've made that right choice, you will see yourself literally succeeding. And how does choice define you? It defines you by your friends. It defines you by the book you read. It defines you by what you show interest in. But once you made that wrong choice, trust me, you will pay for it. However, when you pay for it, that does not make you a failure, because once you learn from those mistakes, you can turn your failures into your friend, and that will not help you to heal and unleash your potentials. So let me say, for example, now you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend, you are dating. I know most of you must have been single by now, so that's why I'm using this word, boyfriend or girlfriend. Once you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and it does not work out, you will heal from that friendship. If the guy has broken your heart, right? You will heal. But once you heal from it, your next friendship, you will now be able to implement. So once you now learn it, then you will now be able to add value to your life. That is why I say, so once you heal, you will be able to unleash your potentials. So the question I want to ask you guys now is, the government have failed us, yes, but what is the way forward? What is the way forward? That is the question I want you guys to just ponder about that question. What is the way forward? Like I said earlier on, the broken youths can lead a change. They can lead a change. But before you lead that change, you have to know who you are. Because change starts from you. You cannot change the world without changing yourself. Just yesterday, I published an article, Transform Your Mind. The government have failed us, but will you remain that place? They'll keep hitting you hard. Will you remain downtrodden? The answer is no. Because everything you want to do in life starts from the mind. Let me tell you, if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it, and you know you can do it, you will succeed. If the whole world is telling you you can do it, and you know you cannot do it, you will fail. Because he that's in you is greater and stronger than he is in the world. So don't allow anyone to tell you you cannot do it, you're a failure, your father is nobody, your mother is nobody. Let me tell you guys a story of one of the great men I respect in Nigeria. And I'll tell you this, the name of this great man when I'm done. This great man lost his dad when he was 13 years. The mother was an unlettered woman, meaning she was an illiterate. She could not read and write, but she has wisdom. When I mean she has wisdom, she has common sense. But more importantly, there are two things that define this woman. That is the mother of this great man. He says he's a Nigerian. This woman had passion for education, and she has the fear of God. So with fear of God and education, that was the only thing she used to train this child. This child had a very rough upbringing. There was literally no hope. But because the mother had the fear of God and the mother believed so much in education, she was able to invest in this son. And that was the only son he has and the only child. And this young man knew the value of education. He worked hard. He went to a great school in Nigeria, they call it Ife. Most of you know Ife. He was able to study Yoruba in Ife. After that, that major, he now studied literature in English as his master's program. Down the line, he was able to find his foot, worked with high-profile people in Nigeria. Due to politics, he was an exile in Ghana. First of all, he went to Benin Republic, to Ghana, then to UK. At the end of the day, he was able to bet a great business, which we call Ovation International. That person I'm telling you is no other person than Chief Dele Mamodu, who just spoke to us a few minutes ago. Why am I saying this? Chief Dele Mamodu did not allow the society to define him. He did not allow it. He believed himself. Most of you today are thinking, oh, the government owes me a job. Yes, the government job is to provide the enabling opportunity. But let me tell you, most of you are unemployable. Yes, we have no job, but most of you are still unemployable. We have no skills. You just sit down and expect the government to give you everything. The government will not give you everything. So for someone like Chief Dele Momodu, did not allow the government to give everything. This is a man that has not been employed by the federal government of Nigeria. Since the day from when he was a child, he has never been employed by anybody. He has been a self-employed individual. He's an entrepreneur. He has never worked for government for one day, not even one contract from the government. So I'm telling you that it is possible. It is possible. So if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it, I know you can do it. You will succeed because he as in you is greater and stronger than he as in the world. It's even in the Bible, 1 John 4:4. Look it up in the Bible. 1 John 4:4 says, he that is in you is greater and stronger than he is in the world. So don't allow the society to define you. Define yourself. If Chief Dele Momodu can do it, you too can do it. That is why it says that you are the change. You are the change. Before you can change any system, you must change yourself. Change your mindset. You guys know Mahatma Gandhi. He said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. Change starts with you. Most of you know of Barack Hussein Obama. We all celebrate Obama. We all celebrate Barack Hussein Obama. Why? Because of the change that he brought into the world, into the society. He says, change. Change. That was his slogan, which he used to win the election. But now I want to ask you again, to fix a broken system, it must start from each and every one of us. But we have to ask ourselves, what do you want to fix? What do you want to fix? Do you want to fix education? Do you want to fix the police? Do you want to fix the civil service? Or do you want to fix the whole country? You must have a purpose in mind. Because you cannot just start from nowhere and think you want to change Nigeria. No, you must start from somewhere. That is why purpose is very, very important. Let me tell you guys, one of the failures of the EndSARs is because they lack structure. Yes, we had some guys that were remoting EndSARs, but then in every successful organization or any successful project, there must be a strategy. Strategy is very, very important. And I wrote about it. Strategy is very, very important. You must have leaders. Yes, you can be faceless, but you must have leaders so that there will be accountability. All right. So you must have a process that you must use to change a system. So I want to ask you again, what change do you want? And I'm going to go deep into that system. You are the change that you seek. And I will share let me share with you guys one story of interest to you. Most of you know Banky W. Banky W is one of those icons of leaders that I respect in Nigeria. He's one of our contemporary youths. He's a young guy. But then he has a very interesting story that I so much love. I will strongly advise you guys to go and watch my story on YouTube by Banky W. Banky W once said that before he leaves his house to school, they will carry all the electronics in their house, like on the TV, right? They will raise the TV, raise the chairs, raise everything up because of the downpour of rain. Because whenever there's a rain or a downpour, the whole house is flooded. Most of you might not know. That is his story. Banky W rose from grass to grace. Forget what you see on the media. Banky W is a celebrity, but look at his beginning. He has a very humble beginning. Some of you are privileged. Your father went to school. Your mother went to school. Probably they are graduates. Probably they're supporting you. But some of us did not have it. And let me share this with you guys. I don't know if you guys are hearing me very, very well, because I want you guys to really pay attention. I want you guys to really pay attention very well, right? So let me share this with you guys because I am very, very passionate about what I'm saying right now. Banky W said it that his mother called him Bankole, but on the line they called him Oluwa Bankole, which means God will provide. Because they had no house. He said, it is God that will do it. God will provide. That was the level of poverty he had. Forget the fact that he was in the US. Yes, he was in the US, but he came back because he knew what he had inside of him. Today, we all celebrate Banky W. Banky W is not the only one. We have many people like that who have a single story, like Chidema will say, the danger of a single story. I'm also part of him. Let me share with you guys also. Do you know that when I was in Nigeria, let me tell you guys, I was born and brought up in Nigeria. I had my primary school, my secondary school, my university, and my law school, and my NYSC before I came to the US. But let me tell you guys, my late dad and my late mom never went to secondary school. My father only went to primary 2 and primary 4. My mom only had primary 1 and primary 3. They didn't have any form of education, never. But they knew the value of education. People will see me and say, Henry, you went to Madonna University. You went to a private school. Your father is wealthy. Your mother is wealthy. But let me shock you guys. Where I live in Lagos, in Ojo in Lagos, whenever there's a downpour of rain, the water will get to the nail, to your nail. If you're not careful, the water will drain you before you get into my house. So do not think that I'm in America today. Oh, life is so good. Some of us had to believe in education. My father knew the value of education. Right here in the US, my dad was driving taxi before he died. My mom was selling clothes in Lagos, and they were struggling to pay my school fees. I and my younger sister went to Madonna University. She was so beautiful. You would think that we were living in El Dorado or in paradise, but no. We knew our upbringing. All my siblings went to a state university. None went to a public school. Because why? My father knew the value of education. We never got that opportunity to go to any of all these public schools. But because my dad has passion for education, he gave it all to us. And today we're in America. I had to struggle to get to where I am today. Most of you are seeing my book. Do you know in 2015, when I started to write on that book, I was working security here in the US in 2015. But God was so kind to me. Before I finished that book, I got a good job. People see me on the TV. People see me meeting great men in Nigeria, see me great people in America. They think it's all maybe just by luck. No, I was intentional. I was deliberate. People see me today. Oh, I meet with Chief Dele Mamodu. You think it's easy? I've been able to nurture that friendship. So don't think that the whole world will give you everything. It's not going to work. It starts from you. All right? It starts from you. You have to be determined. Don't allow the society to define you. Yes, there's no job, but what are you doing? Let me tell you, 2 things will define you. The books you read and your association. The books you read and your association. By the time you guys read my book, you will see that I have been reading from my days in Madonna University. I've been reading so much, and I read continuously. And I associate with people who are rich upstairs, people who have sense. You think it's easy to bring Chief Dele Mamodu into this program? You think it's easy to have him to write the foreword of my book? These are great men that you don't meet. Your time is priceless. So let me tell you that no matter the failure you've gone through, don't give up. Don't stay there. When I was working as a security guard, I was still going to law school. And I was writing my book. I never allowed my security to define me. People were laughing at me. Oh, you're working security. You went to law school. Hello? But today, those guys cannot stand me. So I want to tell you, every time you fail in life, there is a process that's involved in it. But the question I want to ask you is, whenever you fail, you have to go back to your drawing board. In every sphere of life, in your academics, in your business, in your friendship, ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Even in the EndSARs protest, what did we do wrong? What can I do better? What more or less should I do? Do you know that failure is as a result of a feedback? Whenever you fail, there's a message that you need to learn. There's a message. So it does not matter what you've gone through in life. You have to ask yourself that question, how can I lead a change? Before you lead a change, you must start from the mind. A broken mind is in the mind. A broken mind is in the mind. Let me tell you, the child of a certified pauper can become a man of means tomorrow if properly educated. So don't think, oh, because, oh, this is Dangote's son, this is Adenika's son, Adenika's daughter, they are privileged. Let me tell you, education is the greatest leveler. I went to a private school in Nigeria. I met who is who in Nigeria, trust me. But today, most of those kids look up to me. The son of a primary school, a man who never went to secondary school, they look up to me. I mentor my colleagues. These are guys in their 30s and some in their early 40s. These are my colleagues. You know, so education is the greatest leveler. If you are in secondary school, please don't give up. Do your best. If you are in university, please don't give up. People will say, whose school help? Whose school help? Let me tell you, that is crap. Education will open doors for you. I don't know if you guys know of a young man in Nigeria. He got first class when he was in college. I think he went to a Ebonyi State school. He got first class, right? But there was no job. He started to farm. He was farming. All of a sudden, this young man went viral in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, some people picked up on him. And then they started to help him. He was interviewed. And today, right now, he has gotten a full scholarship to study in the US. I was privileged to listen to this interview when Chief Dele Momodu interviewed the sponsors. But what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this. Education will give you so many opportunities. I will not lie to you. Education will give you so many opportunities. Most of you want to come to the US, to Canada. Let me tell you, the fastest way to come to the US is through education. Once you're able to get first class in Nigeria, trust me, in one way or the other, people will support you. I'm here with you guys, okay? Mr. Shovel has reached out to me to be a patron. I am here with you guys. I'm not going anywhere. Provided you have something to do, I will do my best for you guys. All right, Chief Dele Momodu came here and he spoke to you guys. Trust me, there are great opportunities. So if you are still in college, there are great ways for you to literally succeed. So just don't give up. Don't give up. Just do your best in whatever you are doing. And trust me, humanity will have a way to meet with you. Okay? So now, let me ask you now, how can you make the system work? Understanding the concepts behind being broken. Understanding the concept behind being broken. Somebody who is broken, you know, in a way, cannot literally function very well, right? Because it's broken. But once you are able to fix that broken person, that person can stand up. But right now, I want to say that a broken system can be fixed. Nigeria right now is broken, right? But it can still be fixed. But what our youth fail to understand is that they don't know the right way to fix that broken system. They don't know the right way to fix it. What do I mean by that? You cannot fight or you cannot solve a problem you don't know the cause of the problem. Let me use the case of politics, for example, now. You cannot fight a system you don't know your enemies. On social media, I see many youths insulting their elders. Just 2 days ago, I saw one young man, acclaimed doctor on Twitter. He was saying Dele Momodu is mad. Obekosele is mad. Yesufu, Yesufu, that young lady that's an activist, that she's mad just because of politics. Our youth don't listen. They don't read. Because if you should read, you will know that Chief Dele Momodu has been an advocate of good governance. I have not missed his article since 2013, since I met him. I studied him. You guys will be surprised to know that I did not miss one single webinar for Chief Dele Momodu on Instagram Live throughout last year when he started Instagram Live. I did not miss one. So those are things that we don't know. We know what is happening in Nigeria. So that's why I said you cannot fight a system you don't know your enemies. You must know people who are with you and people who are not with you. You must engage your leaders. Once you engage your leaders, then you now understand where they're coming from. Most of you are asking for democracy, but in reality, your actions don't show that you don't know what you're asking for. Let me just tell you guys now. Right now, I think like what happened in Edo State during the last governorship election, where PDP was trying to, APC was trying to rig the election. Obaseki, as you guys know, he won the re-election. Why? Because he went to PDP. Because APC refused him. You guys know what happened. But I love what Edo Youths did. They stood their ground with the slogan, Edo no be Lagos. Oh, my Edo friends, I hail you guys. You guys are doing well. You are doing very well. I'm proud of you guys. But the point there is that you guys refuse money because you knew the value of what you wanted. You fought. That is what I'm talking about. Many of young Nigerians want democracy, but they don't know what is democracy. You want to fix a broken system, but you accept bribe. Every election, they will give you 1,000 naira, 500, and you sell your bet rights. And then tomorrow you want change. When Chief Dele Momodu was contesting for election, he said no single person gave him a penny. He had an online link like Obama did here in the US. Because here in the US, we fund the election. Not these big guys. We fund it. But Nigerians see them, they don't fund the election. Tomorrow, ABC will come, PDP will come, they'll give you money, you will take. So it starts from you. It starts from you. Refuse to take money from them. Hold your leaders accountable. Because they know that with poverty, they will get us. With poverty, they will get us. All right? So that's what I'm saying. Understanding the concept of being broken is by you not accepting bribery. For your information, great success is not a journey. It's a journey and never a destination. We will keep doing our best, but we cannot do it alone. We will keep going further and further until we get to the promised land. And even when we get to the promised land, we will see how we can stabilize. But what is the challenge affecting Nigeria? One of the major challenges affecting Nigeria is because we have failed institutions. And what do I mean by that? To destroy a nation is very, very easy. Once you destroy education, it's gone. Once you destroy the institutions like the judiciary, EFCC, the health, everything is gone. All our institutions is not working. Today, we celebrate Joe Biden as the US president. Why? Because America have strong institutions. Our former presidents, you guys all know him, Donald Trump. He tried to do all he can, okay, to thwart the election, but America said no. They voted, and the judiciary defended the votes. But what happened in Nigeria? We all saw what the last Chief Justice of Nigeria, we all saw what happened in Nigeria. He was removed from power. Did Buhari win the election? This is not APC or PDP. We are one Nigeria. We are for good governance. So I'm going to go into that details when I talk about education. Okay, so what about religion? Our leaders divide us with religion, ethnicity, and tribalism, north and south. It's politics. So do not allow our leaders to divide you with religion and politics. No, most of you are educated guys, you went to school. Don't allow anyone to divide you, north and south. No, we want one Nigeria. But if one Nigeria is not working, then everybody should go their separate ways. So now the question now becomes, how can we fix a broken system? To fix a broken system starts with us. It starts with your idea. It starts with your mindsets. Look, I know most of you right now have no job. You are thinking, what is the way forward? Probably you don't have any food to eat. Probably you don't know what the future holds for you. It appears bleak and insecure. But I'm telling you, the mind, what are you thinking? If I tell you the vision I have for Nigeria, for the world, both of you will shock. If I tell you the vision I have, if I tell you my dreams, you guys will just, I don't know how you guys will feel. But I'm telling you that there is no idea that will work if that idea lacks a good strategy. What do I mean? No idea will be successful if it lacks a good strategy. You guys need strategy to do whatever you want to do. You guys need strategy. How I wish you guys had seen my slide. I would have been able to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, what is that strategy I'm going to share with you guys? Number one is visualization. You see the problem, that this is the problem affecting Nigerians. Once you can see that problem, that means you have identified it. That is one way to fix a broken system. Even you personally, what change do you want to see in your life? Until you tell yourself, this is my problem. I'm a procrastinator. I come late. I don't read. I am not focused. You have a challenge with you. See it. That is just the first step. Secondly, how convinced are you that you can solve that problem? If only you believe all things are possible. Have that conviction in you that it is possible. That despite what I am facing right now in Nigeria, that I can still become a governor. I can still become a minister. I can still become a president. It is possible. That is why I said earlier on, the child of a certified pauper, a pauper is a poor man. A poor man, the child of a certified pauper can become a man of means tomorrow if properly educated. Education is a leveler. Have that conviction. And it's not about now, it's tomorrow. Banky W said something. He said in his video, he said that when he was 18 years, he was working in McDonald's. But guess what? Who knew that 18 years later, he will be owning a restaurant in Nigeria? And the experience he had working at McDonald's was now useful to him. So I want you guys to go with that statement that any job you have now is treasure, is gold. Don't say 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. Learn the skills, learn the knowledge. Down the line, it will build up. But the most important one is that conviction in you. Look at the big picture. Have that conviction. Dream big. Ben Carson wrote a book, Dream Big, Gifted Hands. You guys should read those books. That's great books. So have that conviction. Once you have that conviction, you will not have to meditate. How do you meditate? You think through the vision. Talk is cheap. You meditate. How can I do it? How? Who should I meet? I need mentors. I need books. I need to attend events. It's not when you see Second Life, you see Bob Risky. Everybody will be going there. Or you see people who are twerking. How is that adding value to your life? Meditate and ideas. Some of you, your father and mother have to sell their land to send you to school. Have to sell their properties to send you to school. And now you now graduate. And you now decide to be a nuisance. That's a shame. Let me tell you. If you want to kill your father and your mother faster, start misbehaving. But if you want your father and mother to have long life, show them that, look, the money you pay for me through school is not a waste. If you have money, attend events that will empower you, empower your mind. Empower your mind, because that is one way to really help you. You guys need clarity. You guys need insights. People that know, go and meet them. Meditate. Meditate is very, very important. Ask yourself a question. Where do I want to be in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time? Do I want to be like Hero Council? Do I want to be like Chief Dele Mamodu? Do I want to be like Nelson Mandela? Who do you want to be like? Who are your role models? Who do you look up to? Don't be a nuisance. We have too much nuisance in Nigeria already. But don't be one. Once you meditate, you have to take the bold step by deciding. You have to make a strong decision. This is what I want to be. And how do you make that decision? You have to affirm. Affirmation is very important. Say, I refuse to be poor. I refuse to be poor. Every day, say it, I refuse to be poor. I will be great. You affirm it. You believe it. It happens. Once you affirm it, you expect it. It will come to you. It will come to you. You will actualize it. That is why I says, design your destiny. Actualizing your birthright to success. Birthright is in your hands. Everybody is destined for greatness. Everybody. There's nobody that says, oh, it is for you. Not a lie. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. There was a great quote by Layotasio. He said, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, they become your destiny. Okay? I can see a post here by by one of your admin, but I can't share my screen because it's not allowing me to share. Oh, I can see the button now. Okay, let me see. Okay. It says share audio. Let me see if it's gonna work. Let me see. Hold on, guys, please. Okay. Let me see. I want to make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Okay. So let me know if you are seeing my screen. Okay. Let me know, please. So your decisions are the ones that will literally help you. They will help you. So please, I want you guys to confirm if you are seeing my screen. Okay, yes. Oh, great. Oh, great. So now let's talk about the concepts. Okay. Let's talk about fixing a broken system. Okay, I've spoken about fixing a broken system. Now let's talk about the solution. All right, the solution. Now, the greatest way to solve the problem is through education. Like I said earlier on, I was asking you guys. Now, are you guys happy with the status quo? Are you happy with what is happening in Nigeria? If your answer is no, that means there's hope for you. There's hope. What is hope? That's the question. What is hope? Hope is when you go to school. That means you have a better tomorrow. The government must have failed you. The government must have broken you. The government must have dealt with you. But the question now is, will you fail yourself? Will you fail your family? If the whole world abandons you, will you abandon yourself? Even the Bible says that your father and mother may leave you, but I will never leave or forsake you. So if the government has failed you and everybody has failed you, will you fail yourself? Will you fail your family? Let me tell you, failure has many friends. But no, failure is an orphan, but success has many friends. By the time you succeed, everybody will come and celebrate with you. I know him. He's my uncle's father, my uncle's friend, my neighbors from grade 1973. But by the time you fail, the whole world will desert you. So if everybody has failed you, you don't have to fail yourself, because once you succeed, your friends will be happy. Your fathers will be happy. Your family will be happy. The society will be happy. And the whole world will celebrate you. Because why? You are a success. But by the time you fail, you're on your own. You are on your state. You are on your own. So do you want to fail? You don't want to fail. I will reference you guys to what I said earlier on. The books you read and the people you move along with, these are the things that can shape your life. You have a voice that the world needs to hear. Please don't lose your voice. You have a voice, don't lose it. People need to hear your initiative. We live in a global world today. The world has gone global because of this COVID-19. Even before COVID-19, the world has gone global. But right now, COVID-19 has made it at a bigger stage. So as youths, I want you guys to know that the change starts with you. Education is very, very important. And how can education help you guys? You guys have to be dynamic. What is the dynamic? You have to change your mindset. You have to adapt to life. If A is not working, B should be working. Because once you have ideas, the whole world will come to you. You guys saw what happened in Paystack. Ideas rule the world. Ideas rule the world. So I'm going to ask you guys, what is the way forward? One of the ways I can really recommend to you guys is what I call the value of a shared vision. You guys right now are in YALI. YALI is all about impact and innovation. Without education, you guys probably might not be where you are today. That is why Henry Ford says, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. But working together is success. Okay? So you guys have to work together because you cannot do it alone. You can't. An African proverb says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with a team. It is very, very important you know that teamwork is very good. Teamwork is very, very important. As YALI members, you guys have to collaborate. As friends, collaborate. Partnership. Don't compete with yourself. Don't say he or she is doing your work. The market is big. Work together. It will help you. So what is the way forward? I want you guys to imagine what I call the concept of perspectives. How do you see life? How do you see your senators, your governors, your ministers, your leaders? How do you see life? Even our society, the youth, how do you see life? What is the mentality you see in our youth? What is the mindset you see in our youth? What is your orientation about life? People talk about get rich fast. People talk about who could help. Let me tell you, those are what I call poverty mentality. It's just because Nigeria is broken. That is why those evil things are thriving. In civilized world, you won't see that, because in civilized countries, the leaders invest in education. That is why they grow. They invest in research and development. So I'm telling you guys, one of the great ways you can move forward individually is through education. Stop apportioning blame. Fix the problem. Fix the problem. Most of you lament like Jeremiah. Without having any ideas, you curse everybody as if they are the cause of your problem. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody. Just disregard how I'm speaking, but I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. Nobody owes you anything. It starts from you. When I was in Nigeria, I never depended on anybody. I told myself, Henry, you will never be a failure. I saw my father's upbringing. I saw my mother's upbringing. I saw my society. I saw my environment. I never said is Buhari or is anybody. No, I never. I had to concentrate on myself. So most of you will see a great man in Nigeria, maybe a politician, or even a great man in Nigeria. Some people I see many on Twitter. I see them on Twitter. You know, they will be cursing them out, cursing them. Yes, they might be looting our money. But if I were you guys, I'll be profiling ideas and solutions. Most of our leaders, let me tell you, they are civilized. Someone look at someone like Fashola. He became what he is at a very young age. Former chief of staff to Tinubu. He's a son in Nigeria. Look at Tinubu. He went to school. Look at Amechi. He went to school. I think Amechi should be like 56 years. He started from his 30s when he was in River State. Look at Ngige. He went to school. Ngige is even a doctor here in the US. Most of our leaders went to school. Don't get it wrong. They went to school. But you see, most times you insult people. When you insult me, do you think I will help you? I will not insult you. I will help you. So the perspective, the mindset, and the orientation need to change. Most of you have what I call misplaced priorities. You don't know what you want. You think every Nigerian politician is the cause of a problem. If you see that you cause them, they are rook. How would I help you? You only cause them, but they're living their life. Their children are here in the US. You have to look into yourself and say, how can I help myself? So it's not by shouting. You have to prefer ideas and solutions. Once you prefer ideas and solutions, the world will come to you. Okay? So how can you bring in that change? Some of you have to join the military to end Boko Haram because they will not end it. Join the police force to end police brutality. Join civil service to end bribery and corruption. Join the EndSARs movements. But guess what? Most of you do nothing. You only complain. Who complain help? Who complain help? Complain does not help anybody. It does not. Do something. Don't be alone. Don't be lonely. No, do something. Let the world know that this is you. This is what you stand for. Things will not change because of you are complaining. No, things will change when you take actions, because action speaks louder than voice. Do something. That is the way forward. If somebody has broken you and you just stay there, that means you have been defeated. But if someone should hit you, you fall down, you stand up again. It's life. Don't stay there. Stand up and move. So I'm going to ask you guys a very big question. And that is what I'm going to end with. Answering you about what is your moon goal. But before I get there, I want to share with you guys something of interest to you. How do you achieve a desirable goal? How? Especially in uncertain times. How do you achieve it? Right now, everywhere, everybody's confused in Nigeria. Everyone's confused in Nigeria. What is the way forward? Boko Haram today, bandit today, insecurity, no job, no food, everywhere is helpless. There is so much uncertainty in Nigeria right now. Everywhere is tense. I'm going to tell you something. It's time to arise. You have to lead from where you are. That leadership starts from you. You have to stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Go the extra mile. How do you go the extra mile? Decide that you want to bring change. Decide that you will not follow the bandwagon to do whatever they are doing. Young girls, don't depend so much on men like that. Don't depend so much on men. Because most times I see young girls, they will say you will use what you have to achieve what you to get what you don't want. Either you are in school or looking for a job. Let me tell you, if you are rich, men will respect you. Look at this one. The wife of Banky W, a first class graduate. Did she sleep to get her first class? And that's why it's beauty and brain. Very classy woman. I don't know if you guys know how she met with Banky W. Banky W is a very cerebral guy, very young guy, but he has good mindset. When Tony Elumelu was doing one of his events, he was invited to anchor the events when he met the French president, Macron. If Banky W was one kind of idiot on the street, do you think Tony Elumelu will invite him? It's not possible. Banky W is a cerebral young man who has vision. I was not surprised when he married Adesua. Brain and beauty. So don't think that because you have no job, you have to sell yourself, use what you have to achieve what you don't have. Stop prostitution, it's not good. Men respect ladies with intelligence. Look at me. I respect ladies with intelligence. I see on Facebook most times people write books. I support them. I help them, I launch a book for them, I support them, I encourage them. But if I say you have no idea, no sense, I'll leave you. So you have to stretch yourself, transform your mind, acquire the right skill. You learn. Most of you will see Instagram Live, most of you will not join where you will learn. But when you see Bobrisky and co, I must say Bobrisky is not a human being, it's not a good guy, but you have to define yourself. What do you want? What change do you want? You have to go to schools and learn more knowledge. Forget what you learned in school. Now you go on the street and learn. Information is power. Let me tell you, if you are not informed, you are deformed. And once you are deformed, you can't perform because information leads to reformation and transformation. Let me repeat. If you are not informed, you are deformed. And once you are deformed, you can't perform because information leads to reformation and transformation. Most of you lack information. You don't read. You don't read. Look at that book you guys have today. That book took me to New York Times. That book took me to News 12. That book has opened so many doors for me. Even in my place of work, my commissioner liked that book. Now I'm working on a program. I have been reading for a long period of time. And I will never stop to read. So information is powerful. The choice you make will determine where you'll be tomorrow, because at the end of the day, you must surely make a decision in life. And every decision you make have consequences. And I repeat that. Every decision you make in life has what I call consequences. If you make the good one, you will reap. If you make the bad one, you pay for it. But even though you pay for it, that does not mean that you failure, because you could still learn from those mistakes. So before I ask you what is your moon goal, I will explain what is your moon goal, okay? I want to let you know that there are opportunities. Okay? There are opportunities. Disregard the black light you see everywhere. Let me just try and show you guys my screen from my very first slide. Okay, this is my screen. As you guys can see, the dark part of it. Okay, that dark part of it tells you that it is bleak, it is insecure, that there's no hope. Okay, that is that dark part. But the light there was telling you that there is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Tell yourself there is hope. Say there is hope. It's not the end yet. The world has not come to an end, and it will never come to an end. So how does that hope come into reality? Before the day runs out, we will see lights and we will see day. True or false? You will see lights, you will see day. So in every challenge you go through in life, always remind yourself that before 24 hours is over, there's always lights and there's always day. Darkness. You see light, you see darkness. So you cannot appreciate lights unless you have experienced darkness. So once you are going through a challenge, see it as a dark moment. It will not be there forever. Because guess what? No condition is permanent. The hair that you see today was once a security guard. I was working security. I went to law school in the US. I did my whole program in Nigeria. I did a lot. But that did not define me. It did not define me. No condition is permanent. So just hang in there, no matter your challenge. That's why I'm asking you, what is your moon goal? What is your moon goal? One of the American presidents one time said, we will go to the moon. We will go to the moon. People were asking him, we'll go to the moon. He saw the future. So I'm asking you, what is your moon goal? What is your vision? What is your light? What do you dream? What are your aspirations? What is your moon goal? So no matter what you're going through right now, tell yourself these two will not last forever. It will not. Banky W experienced that challenge. He experienced, but he never allowed it to define him. He never allowed it to define him. So I want to let you know that darkness comes with light. Okay? Darkness comes with light. So always look at the light part of it. That light will make you, will strengthen you. No matter what you've gone through, it is time for you to decide that enough is enough. Okay, enough is enough. Be the change that you want to see the world. Be the change. This is not about aspire to persevere to aspire. No, be the change. If you have passion for anything, my dear brother and sister, please do it. Don't get me wrong, school is not for everybody. But my dear, it will help you. Because school can expose you to so many opportunities in this life. Even though you have a skill, try and improve yourself by going to school. So if you have interest in joining the army, you join the army. If you have interest in joining civil service, you join civil service. Anywhere you have interest in, get in there. Do your own little way. And the world will know that truly you have done your bits. So I'm not going to end with you guys by what I call the 6 pillars of success. Just give me a minute and I'll wrap it up. I'll wrap it up. Number 1 is spirituality. If you are successful in life and that part is lacking, let me tell you, there's no success at all. Spirituality is number 1. Okay? Because it is God that can make you to be successful. There's no two about it. Do your part, but there's a force in spirituality. Health and well-being. Before you can make a change, you must be healthy. Okay? You are broken, right? But you know, without you being healthy, you can't make a change. So health is very, very important. Take care of your health mentally. Take care of it. Right now in COVID-19, people have lost their job. But with sanity, trust me, you can be stabilized. You cannot do anything if you don't have health. Then family and social life. If you are married, okay, and your family is in disarray, let me tell you, you are not successful. Family is everything in life. The reason why we have a dysfunctional society, the reason why our country is broken is because family is not working very well. Many families are broken. There's no love in the family. Brothers, sisters, everywhere, there's no family. So when they leave the family, they're now going to the world. So once your family is strong, trust me, you guys will have the right instruments to move on. Career and vocation. If you have a career, continue very well. If you have a vocation, continue very well. But let me say this. There's a difference between your vocation, your calling, and your ministry. Your vocation is what you are called to do. Your ministry is your calling. What is your ministry? That's the one thing I want to answer you guys now. Your ministry is your calling. So career and vocation is very, very important. You might be doing a particular job right now just to pay the bills. That's okay. but have your moon goal at the back of your mind. Where do you want to be in life? Keep going, keep learning. It will all add up. Then the fifth one I talk about is self and professional development. You have to continuously improve yourself. Self-development is very, very important. You learn many skills. Right now, I do IT, but I was not trained in it. But I have skills in IT. I'm a public speaker. I'm a creative writer. I can even add drama. If you see me, I can add to have an actor. But you guys have not seen that space. Empower yourself with so many skills. There are so many skills you guys have out there. Look at even Canva. Do you know Canva can pay you? Have Canva skills. So improve yourself. Meet people that can help you, that can mentor you. Any challenge you're having in life, meet people that can really help you. And then the last of it is financial independence. Without money, EndSARS would have been broken because why? People are hungry. But because there was food, we now have people that will, support. Okay? So my friends, I want you guys to know that these 6 pillars is, you guys might not see it, but as time goes on, I will share with you guys how they work. Because success has to be balanced. You cannot do one and leave one. No. Once you are broken, you must be balanced mentally before you come in. Your family will come in to heal you. Your career will come in to heal you. Your self and professional development will come to heal you. Your financial independence will come to heal you. And then your spiritual life can come and heal you. So being broken is not about I'm broken, I'm done. No. You must place this, you must put everything into perspective because they will all add up. I know I'm out of time, okay? But then there's a song by Timi Dankole, which you guys know, Great Nation, So I want you guys to go at your time, go and watch that song on YouTube, Great Nation. Most of you know. I would have loved to play it here, but I will just play it for some other time. Another one again is by Everything will work. You guys know Timi Dankole, everything will work. But there was a line he says, if you're looking for a job, do your part. God will do it for you. Do your part, God will do it for you. So don't think you will just get a job like that. No, do your part. This is another song again I love again by Carrie Job, The Blessings. This is a Christian song. The Blessings. It's a great song I want you guys to probably watch. Then the final one is David Ekene by Greater Tomorrow. So that is just the few things I want to share with you guys. I know I've spoken much more than was required, but my friends, this is just me for you. Okay? This is just me for you. So I want you guys to know that you are not alone. So on that platform, I want to say thank you for giving me the time to speak to you. Okay? I am here to answer any questions that you may have. But one word I will just want is that you are not alone. I am here with you. You are not alone. We are all here on it together. I will mentor as many of you who want mentorship, and I will assist you. Thank you.
Celebrating it. You get the last thing he said. It means he's giving us his time. He said, just come. In fact, that's really amazing for at this point. It's a rare resource. It's giving us something very rare. A lot of persons will tell you they don't have time. It is time spent now. Not going to need them. Okay, I'll tell you I don't have time. And then we have someone of this kind of personality with this busy schedule is ready to give us his time. Please let's celebrate him again. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We're really grateful. Yali Neto Hedo, appreciate your time and the opportunity you've given to us to learn from you and also mentorship as well. In fact, it's something we can't pay for. We know we can't pay for it. And we want to say a very big thank you to you. So he said a lot of things, a lot, and I believe we all got something from it. We all learned. And it's even if you don't remember any other thing, but let the fact that the change starts with you. So even when we say we need our country to change, just imagine you change. Before you know, we will all change, right? We'll all be able to pull the force together to create the country we want to have. Because if I'm saying we need a change and I'm not being truthful and I'm not ready to serve as a Nigerian and I'm still very corny, Now, how will the change come in? If we keep on saying the system is corrupt, it means that if we don't want a corrupt system, we shouldn't create it, right? So really, anytime, even if somebody is giving you billions of naira and say, just do this one thing, will you? You consider the money, Nigeria, show me how Nigeria, our leaders are doing, let us collect the money. That's what I'm you say. But say after all, our leaders are doing it, but you are not there, are you? So what he told us today is very key. Like you have to know that you have to start it. Whatever you want to see, start it from you. And it's really big. Like it has to be from your mind and the Lord. So I don't know, it's going to be this question answer time. So if you have a question, because it's a lot of strong things. It's not motivational speaking. He actually said that what come here to do but aspire to inspire and backfire. So, and what he said is really this is a practical thing. And we all go through these phases, right? Currently, we are faced with this challenge, and he's saying something that go and do it, and you're like, how? Are you not asking how? Please ask your question. You have questions. I know you have questions. Because I made a very strong statement. Say, go ahead, go do something, do it. Now, I don't know. You should be asking, how do you want us to do it? Okay, fine. Talk about education. Then how should we? What if there's no money? What if there's no this? What if there's no that? How?
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for the educating session. I believe everyone has been testified to that. But my question is, as regard education, you have to make emphasis on education being a major factor of leading the change, being a major factor of youth leading the change. Well, and I really appreciate that education is the best thing this society can ever give to a citizen. But I believe sometimes in some clients, this actually differs. In Nigeria, here we have an education sector, but most of the time, educations are not very, very cheap. Education are very, very expensive. Yeah. Also, many persons we want to disagree with me that education is actually, for you to get quality education, it has to be very, very much expensive. But I believe that for an education sector, education being a factor, isn't a change. It must not be something that one needs to actually pay through the neck, and it must not be a cost-taking actions. So, well, I believe that as you have said, education is the best legacy. But in Nigeria, where Nigeria has become the headquarters of poverty, and we have so many energetic and enthusiastic and promising that one can bring the change. And if you are saying education is the best factor that can bring the change, how can these persons who are poor, how can these persons who are actually financially incapacitated actually get to the school, and how can these persons be educated? Thank you very much.
Okay. Should I answer or somebody else? All right. Okay. Let me answer that question. Thank you for that insightful question. That's a very excellent question. But I will answer that question now with practicality. I don't know if you guys know about Chief MKO Abiola. If you don't know about Chief MKO Abiola, please, after this session, go online and read about Chief MKO Abiola. Let me shock you guys. MKO Abiola, which we know today is the founder, is the father of democracy in Nigeria. Okay. Do you know that the first time Chief MKO Abiola ate egg was in his in-laws' house? Ate fried egg. That was the first time he saw. In fact, he did not know what fried egg is all about because he was so poor. But all of you today have eaten egg. You've eaten shawarma. You've eaten even burger from the US and from UK. But what made MKO so unique was education. Let me tell you now how it happened. MKO was naturally intelligent, but the family was as poor as church rats. When I mean they were so poor, one of the most poorest family in Nigeria. But education made him what he is today. So we know that it's expensive. But the question you have to ask yourself is, we have different levels of education in Nigeria. We have private schools. We have state universities. We have public universities. We have polytechnics. We have different fashion. And that is Nigeria for you. Just go with one. No matter the poorest one you can afford, go with one. The one your father can afford. Go, even though your father cannot afford it, you yourself learn to be going to evening schools. If you see a mentor, if you see somebody that has Join them and say, okay, this is my problem. How can I make this happen? But if you wait for the money to come in, it will not. Let me shock you guys. One of my mentee, okay, one of my mentee is the one training himself right now in school. Okay, he's the one, not even his father, not even his mother. I pay him every day because he's my mentee and he's the one that manages Gloomy. He's his chief operating officer. This young man was studying me for 2 good years. I didn't even know until one day he saw my number on the internet. He now sent me a message on WhatsApp. It's like, are you mentoring me? I said, yes. From there, one thing later, today I pay him every month. In fact, last month, I was able to increase his salary. He would have been here today, but he has exam. This guy is 30 now, I guess so, or in the late 30s. But what the point is that he's not even in a public school or in a private school. He's doing his HND right now. But he's very, very intelligent. He wrote a book. Oh, I don't have his book now. Chief Dele Mamodu was, Chief Dele Mamodu called him just last week. You know? So what am I trying to say? Yes, education is expensive, right? But there are other avenues you can use. That's why I said many youths don't know themselves. They have what I call misplaced priority. Okay, misplaced priority. So even though it's expensive, there are other options that you can use, you can explore. You decide yourself that you want to learn. Once you're hungry for knowledge, trust me, people will come in. We have seen many people who have no help one way or the other, and help came in all of a sudden. But you have to decide first. You cannot sit in your own environment and say that this is what life's all about. Most of you, your fathers want to help you, but you don't want to help yourself. Like I said, my father and mother never went to school, but they went to business, you know, but they knew the value of education. And I tried myself. It's not that we went to a private school, that's why we have money. No. So I understand that there's no money in Nigeria. It is very, very expensive, but try from that little ones. But most of you see them, I want to go to Uniben, Unilag, Uniports. Hello. Some of you have skills, but if you have money, you can't do bullshit here. You spend all your money on data. But when you invest those money in education, in learning small things, help yourself in little ways. Learn skills. Even though you have no money, learn skill. With a skill, you can now have money to support your father and your mother. There are many ways. Let me tell you, there are many ways. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. Someone said there's a saying that if you have a passion, you will always get something to feed that passion. What it means is that, whoever wonder how drunk can always get money to buy their drinks. They are poor, but because of that addiction, they always find a way to feed that addiction. Do we know that? It's true. So that means that if you are really hungry for something and you are addicted, your mind is in that. In fact, anyway, something will always come for that. So just have that in mind that if you really want it, you can get it. Yes, that's just true. All right. We have someone here that have a question. Hello to everyone. My question is that in an undeveloped country like Nigeria, how can we facilitate change? Because I realize that change happens faster in a country that is developed because of the kind of things that they have, because of the way it can penetrate into the society, based on the fact that they are developed. So in a country like Nigeria, where the development is happening, wrong with us, how can we actually bring about this change in a way that it affects every part of the society?
Okay. All right. Let me tell you. Change has you. You are the change. Okay. You are the change. During my speech, I said during elections, you will see most times these our governors or politicians, they will come and give you 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. They give you a bag of rice. They call it stomach infrastructure. If they give you those money, you said no to it. You said no to it. There was a campaign we began but during the EndSARs. The name of that campaign is one with big. I'm trying to remember the name, but it just means that it starts from me. So go out there, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your friend. If they should give you money, don't take that money. There was a video I watched in those states when during the election, some guys was giving money. They were trying to bribe somebody. These guys beat this man, asking him, where did you get this money from? They took the money. He said, you must confess. So that is how you begin that change. Once our leaders see that these youths are no longer slaves, trust me, they will sit up. But they know that once they just throw you crumbs, you will take. That's it. That is why they do what they do. When we have the power, let me tell you, most of you don't know, the citizens have the power more than the leaders. If nothing else, see what happened in Edo State. This is Edo State, right? Edo no be Lagos. That was the slogan, Edo no be Lagos. And they showed everybody that Edo no be Lagos. And the guy won. So once you guys decide that you don't want any form of bribery, they will respect you. So to change starts with you. Like someone says, self-awareness is the first step towards mending brokenness. Self-awareness. When you read my book, you will see where I spoke about purpose. You must know your purpose. What is your purpose? What is your moon goal? What change do you want to see? Once you know your purpose, then you will now know that you are unique. And you won't follow the bandwagon. Once you know you are unique, then you make the right choice. You make the right choice. All right? So it is very, very important. So that change that you guys want to see in Nigeria starts within you, and then working as a team, collectively, meeting mentors, people who have ideas on how you can go about it. Because without mentors, trust me, you might have a problem. So there are people who have gone that path that you want to go, but every case is different. All right. So if you want to change academic, there's a roadmap. Politics, there's a roadmap. Civil service, there's a roadmap. Sports, there's a roadmap. Everything has a roadmap. But that change starts from you yourself. That's the point. It starts from you yourself, deciding that I will not do this even though everybody's doing it. Many of our youths have what I call misplaced priorities. They don't know what they want. My friend is doing it. Everybody's doing it. Okay, this is a Nigeria for you. It starts from you. Just do your small quota. That is all we need.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Well, out of time, Joe, but we just only take two questions. While other persons will have more questions, please send it online. Then we answer the question. Please quickly your question.
Session. So the line was, I actually don't have a question, I just have something to say like a contribution. As regards the first question that was raised, I have something to say about it. Talk about education. How do you get educated? Sometimes most of us we just we misconstrue the word education for maybe going to school or something. So I just want to say that education doesn't have to be in the four walls of the classroom. You can get education like yourself, education, you can educate yourself. For instance, like you just mentioned that if you're interested in politics, sports, or any aspect you have passion for, you can just go online, there are materials online, you can actually educate yourself with. So I just want to say that whichever way or whatever aspect in life that you feel interested in or you have passion for, you don't only have to pursue it academically. We can actually get these things done for ourselves by getting materials online. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, question. I was saying something about the way forward to be the change. The way forward to be the change. Mention something that okay, youth can join the army, join the military, and so I think it's a very scary vision. Like you will yes it is. Okay, I'll make this example. I have a spiritual one of my spiritual leaders. He actually have this dream of becoming the president of the country. And for some time he has been pursuing it, he has joined the political party and everything. So he said something that this country we are in, there are so many canals. It is not just the president that's power, that there are so many forces behind that even the president, he actually makes decisions. And he said something like when he made mention of his interest in becoming the next president, okay, not the next, okay, president in the future, they said something like, going to get to his store, that it will take like 20, 40, you get, and it's a very long time. And you going to the military, you say, okay, we should go to the military, I think, okay, my question now is, do you have, is it that you have to go alone or maybe go to okay. It's a very scary picture. Okay, is it that you just have to gather the maybe to get to the army or okay, that you have to stay along for some time and maybe when you get a voice, you actually do as in I really don't get that concept. How do we do that? Especially when you have so many forces fighting against you. So how do you go into the system and make that change when there are so many things can happen?
All right. You know, let me say this. Let me clarify that point. When I say join the army, join the police, join the immigration, join the civil service. Okay, this is what I mean there. Okay, it is human beings. It is human beings that are there. I'm not saying you should go and join the army to fight Boko Haram, but what I'm saying is that in every society we have the good and the bad. In police force we have the good and the bad police. In army we have the good, we have the bad. Even pastors we have good and bad. Teachers we have good and bad. In every sphere of life we have the good and the bad. So that is where I'm coming from. So if you now join, for example, now if you have interest, okay, in joining the army, we have people who join the army every day by day. You know, we have good army and we have bad ones. That's life. Okay. You will now live your own good life. We have seen good armies that were celebrated in Nigeria many times, even good police. There was one video I saw yesterday, a policeman taking bribe from one China man or so, or one Korean man. You know, that was a bad police, but we have seen good police officers. We have good students and we have bad students. But one thing I always go back to again is that change starts from you. What is the conviction you have at the end of the day? Let me share with you guys, George Weah, the current president of Liberia. Do you guys know that guy was a footballer? He was a footballer. You guys know he contested for election and he lost. He went back to school because he was assaulted. He came back again and he contested and he won. So you can still become the president from anywhere in life. Whether you're a military, whether you're a civilian, whether you're a teacher, you can still become the governor, minister from anywhere in life. All right. So that is why I says the change starts from you. Wherever you see your hand, be diligent in it. Let me share with you guys another story. Dora Akinyuli, I don't know if you guys know Dora Akinyuli, the former DJ of NAFDAC. She's now late. When Obasanjo was trying to get somebody that will work in that agency, they have no Nigeria in mind. But when they were having that meeting, somebody said there was one woman that when she was sick, she was going for medical leave. We gave her money. But she went back to, when she got to the country, she saw that she was healed. She came back with that money and gave to us. Do you know Dora Akinwumi, many people were laughing at her, say Nigeria. They gave you money to go and kill yourself, to go and heal yourself. You now healed yourself. You were healed. You now give them back that money. Oh, it's serious. They say you don't get sense. You don't have brain. Nigeria. But it was God that healed her. She said it was God that healed me. That's why I gave them that money back. But guess what? After many years, she was called upon. Somebody said it in that meeting that I know this woman. They have to go and look for her. They now brought her. That was how Dora Akinyuli became the DJ of NAFDAC before she died, before cancer killed her. You guys know Dora Akinyuli. If you don't know, go and do your research. So you see that even in that corrupt NAFDAC, we still have good people. Now, human beings did that place. So let me speak. Let me speak broken. You guys will know I'm in Nigeria. Now human beings, no be idiots. Yeah, human beings that are there. So if you decide not to go into politics, who will not fix it? I see people say politics is for bad people. You don't have sense in politics. You don't have, what we need is we need good leaders, people who can perform. So if you're in politics, if you are in leadership, in whatever you are, just do the little you can. People will notice you down the line. Just do the little you can. If you go to FMC right now, you will see that there's no
You
drug.
see that there's no
Why? But there was money. There was money that was allocated. If somebody that was supposed to provide that money does that job, people will not die. So that chain starts with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. That's a good one. And last question that I asked personally, I was like, if you're interested in politics and you always hear politics is a dirty game and you have to go into the system and you have a lot of people with this kind of mind, it was during the cover. There's something that I had to learn along the way that if you're good, you have your values, let your values guide you. Let's stay with your integrity. As you go into the system, be diligent till to get to a point that you become inevitable. Get to that point. Because once you become inevitable, they'll get to a point they'll just have to call you, come and do this. You may say, how will I ever get this opportunity? Because it must be somebody they know, someone that is in the cabal, whatever. It's okay. But just keep on being diligent. There's a point you will really get to that you will become inevitable in that system. And there's no way you will not be recognized. That's just it. So that's the way I had to learn how to answer that question. So when I said, okay, fine, if you want to go into any system, even if it's corrupt, and you know why you're going there, it's something you're passionate about, go there. But stay with your integrity. Know why you're there and keep on. Be diligent with what you're doing and it works for you. All right, please, if you have more questions, just send it over online and we're going to send across to him to answer us. Please let's celebrate our guest again. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your really grateful for this opportunity and that a lot of time. We also thank you for the mentorship because we're surely going to be disturbing you. All right, quickly announcement. Um, and next month is our yearly anniversary. It's can come and celebrate. Yes. So, yearly, who know when we started yearly in the doorstep? Who know when? The year? Ah, who knows when? That's 2018. Yes, May 16, 2018. So, May 16th, so we are going to be celebrating yearly at how many years now? How many years? 3 years. Okay, so we are going to celebrating Yali. So it's going to be a 2-day program. So 15 and 16. So we are planning a lot and just please be ready and expectant because we're going to have a lot to do for our anniversary. And on that note, we're going to have a committee that will join us in the planning. Please, if you know you want to join the planning committee to prepare for our anniversary, then what it be? It's not worth celebrating. Yes, we need to celebrate it. Please, if you know you want it, don't worry. Just call the price. Tell us anything you can do to make it big. It's fine. Someone will take care of it. Like, see them, they're here. You can take care of bills. You know. So please, if you want to join the committee, please just meet with Choma. And Choma, please can you stand up so that we see you very well. Please meet with her. So you can join the committee to help us plan. Please, we need that your skills, that your project management skills, everything, your webvarying skills, that you give us no food, yeah, take up us very well. All right, so that's it. So we give you feedback on all the plans we have. Just keep your mind prepared and also make plans for that day. Ensure you clear up your schedule for 15th and 16th of May. All right, also our next meeting, which is the yearly face to face, that will be our anniversary. The Sunday, that which is the 16th, we're not going to be using here. We are going to be having our next meeting at Glass House Airport Road. Yes. So that's what we're going to be using because we are going to be having opportunity to be using the Windows in America venue and it's going to be open in the beginning. It has not been launched, but it will be launched very soon and a lot will be happening there. So when you come there next month, in fact, you'll be wow. You're going to know much about that place and the opportunity we are going to be having as youth in those states there and all of that. So we're having our meeting for next Sunday. We're going to have it there at Glass House Airport Road. So it's a big planning, and that's only the committee to there for us. Okay, and also you are not revealing that young network people we don't pay dues, right? We don't do many things. We just come. We actually run this meetings with funds, and a lot of things go into planning. I see an investor that is coming in. we don't have business that we are making profit from. You get I know you somebody already know what I want to say. So what this means is that these things are funded from people's personal pockets. So we want to encourage you, like we're not trying, don't do this yet. It's a non-governmental organization. So instead we give, you understand? So if you have any contribution, you want to support our meetings, because we're going to be coming up with a monthly meeting budget. So you can say, okay, I want to support for May, or I want to support for June. So you can just decide, okay, I want to take out the drink, I want to do this. So whatever. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to be putting up a lot of things on our platform and call for your support. And if you want to send something directly, please, this is the place that she's something stand up. This definition secretary for your network in those 8. So you can just maybe we'll drop her phone number in the group. Account number is there. We're sorry we're using a private account right now because we're working on it though. But you should know that cannot register as you know now. Because it's not in Nigeria, it's just that we have whatever in Nigeria. So but we are working on how we can have a Yali Network Edo account. So we are still working on this seriously to see ways where we can get that. So for now, we are using a personal account. So in case you see our personal account, please don't be scared. Don't worry. We know. We see the receipts. So there's follow up, there's bank statement and everything. So and also we're looking at every month we put it up so that people see what comes in and what go out. So nobody's going to take care of money. So if you want something to contribute, please do. Thank you. Okay, and also the Yali t-shirt. Someone is wearing that t-shirt. Please celebrate her. Yes, yes. So the Yali t-shirt. Do you know what? In an anniversary program of next month, please we need to be on our t-shirt. And also, June. I told us about the American News America, right? So they are launching it on in June, and Yali will be there with our t-shirts. So we are in fact they've put our name in their guest list already. So they are expecting us to come and want to show them that we are Yalians, they just take our t-shirts. So we need to get our t-shirt. So we already displayed the different types. So you just choose what you want, the different prices. I think the list is 3,000, right? For the t-shirt like this type, 3,000. Then there's sleeve of 3,500. So you tell them the color you want and go for it. So next month we are going to use our t-shirt. So please, when is the deadline for the first batch? Okay, 25th. Please ensure to just send the money before 25th. Yes, so that you can be part of the first batch or produce and your own can be also be available. Because on the 15th, yes, we are doing a match. We are doing a sensitization for anniversary. We are doing a lot. So okay, don't worry. I don't want to tell you the plan now, so that's but don't worry, you will hear the plan. So because of our plan that I don't want to say now, please pay for the t-shirt. Don't worry, yeah? But so let me go sit down one. Let me go sit down one. This one is okay. So just buy t-shirts. So that we need to do our t-shirts that day and all that. So that's it for that. Any other thing? I think it's finished. Okay, let's be on our feet. Thank you very much for coming. Hey. We appreciate your time and we love you. Remember, there's one thing you should know, please. Yali Network Edo is not for one person. It's not for the ESCO. It's not for Mr. Shofu. It's for everybody. So what I mean is that we have to be involved in what happened here. People say program. It's your program. I don't know if you get it. Like when we say we are doing this, it's our event. It's our thing. So the way I will push it is the same way you should push it, but you should do more. See, personalize what we do here. It's really that because there's no special person here. I don't know how to put it, but we're all special. There's no higher anybody. It's just that in a place you see in leadership. That's why they say, okay, these persons are escorts, but that does not mean you should go and leave everything for them. How to keep us. Eh? I don't want to say that does not mean you should leave everything and you're not concerned. So what it means is please get involved with what we're doing because it's our thing, it's our program. That's how I don't know how many of us saw our program calendar. That's why we have it, so that you will see that okay, we took our time to draw this. Now you should even be asking us, what's the plan for this? When are we starting this? Should we raise committee? We want to see these questions from you. That's why we have the calendar. So that ask us if we're not doing our they'll say, you people are supposed to have done this, but if I how do I come in? Ask us now, we'll tell you. Yes. But seriously, it's the truth. So we really need you guys to involve in what we're doing. Ask us questions, will be answered. If you think we are too slow, please tell us we are too slow. If you think we are planning too late, please tell us. And don't just tell us, give us a solution. Okay? Alright, thank you very much. So we are going to close now with the second standard of the national anthem. So I count of three. One, two, three. Jesus Christ, ever you the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and true. Reality kinds I say to you the nation never peace and justice shall reign. Thank you very much. Please meet with someone before you go. Know somebody and please the committee meet with Chairman, please.